A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development in the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, the Kremlin has proposed a second round of direct peace talks set to take place on June 2nd in Istanbul. This comes after previous negotiations yielded little progress, prompting Kyiv to issue demands for clarity on Russia's ceasefire proposals. Ukraine's defense minister, Rustem Umerov, expressed that they are open to further discussions but emphasized the necessity of receiving a memorandum from Russia outlining their terms before the meeting. The ongoing war of words has escalated, with Kyiv accusing Moscow of failing to deliver on commitments made during earlier talks. Ukrainian Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha joined Umerov in urging Russia to provide the memorandum as soon as possible, questioning the delay and asserting that a well-prepared meeting is essential for achieving meaningful outcomes. The Kremlin, however, has dismissed these requests, labeling them as non-constructive and insisting that Ukraine must confirm its willingness to engage in negotiations. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov reiterated Moscow's stance, stating that the conditions for a truce must be met before any agreement can be reached. This exchange of accusations underscores the tense atmosphere surrounding the upcoming talks, with both sides seemingly entrenched in their positions. Adding to the complexity of the situation, U.S. President Donald Trump has set a 2-week deadline for Putin to demonstrate a genuine desire to end the war, suggesting that the world will soon find out whether Russia is genuinely interested in peace or merely delaying negotiations. Trump's comments come in the wake of heavy Russian bombardments over the weekend, which have drawn sharp criticism from the U.S. administration. The president's stance indicates a growing impatience with Moscow's approach to the conflict, as he navigates the delicate balance of diplomacy and potential sanctions. As the diplomatic exchanges unfold, the conflict continues to rage on the ground. Recent reports indicate that 3 people were killed in Ukraine due to a barrage of drone attacks launched by Russian forces, while Ukraine retaliated with its own drone strikes, damaging a building in Moscow. In Stavropol, Russia, an explosion claimed the lives of 2 men, one of whom was a local government official with combat experience in Ukraine, prompting Russian authorities to initiate a criminal investigation. The Kremlin's offer for renewed peace talks is seen by some analysts as a strategic move to portray itself as a proponent of peace while maintaining its military operations. Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has indicated that the upcoming discussions will include key elements aimed at addressing the underlying causes of the conflict, which Russia attributes to NATO expansion and the treatment of Russian speakers in Ukraine. However, critics argue that these demands are maximalist and unlikely to lead to a genuine resolution. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has accused Russia of engaging in yet another deception by failing to provide the peace settlement proposal ahead of the anticipated talks. He highlighted the lack of communication not only between the two nations but also with international partners, including Turkey, which previously facilitated talks. Zelensky's frustration reflects a broader sentiment in Kyiv that Russia is not negotiating in good faith. As the situation develops, the international community watches closely, hoping for a breakthrough that seems increasingly elusive. The stakes are high, with both sides entrenched in their positions and the humanitarian toll of the conflict continuing to rise. The upcoming talks in Istanbul will be pivotal, but the lack of trust between the parties raises doubts about their potential effectiveness. With both sides preparing for a diplomatic showdown, the world remains on edge, awaiting the next chapter in this ongoing saga of war and negotiation. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.